Hi everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I have an interesting message today for you, and also something to consider, something to think about, hopefully apply. The topic of today is we're going to be talking about wrong strategies to gain attention, wrong strategies to meet feminine Ukrainian, Russian, or any other type of ladies, and not just ladies but people in general. I have a lot of light here, but that's what it is. I don't know why so much light, but I'm gonna be all lit up. So one of the most unbelievably wrong strategies that men use for approaching ladies, for try to get in their attention or try to get somebody back, or even just in a regular life, is when you try to approach somebody by trying to devalue who they are, by trying to say, oh, you have this is wrong and that is wrong, and you're not that valuable. But I could put up with you. I would put up with you. So to me personally, that is a very it's a big fail. It's a major disappointment. It's a major flaw when people trying to apply that to real life. And I'm gonna give you an example. This video is inspired by this video is inspired by many situations, and I already talked about equality. Equality meaning when you are meeting people on the other side of the world, when you're trying to um, show yourself as if you are more important, more valuable. You make more money, you have a better house, better economy in your country, and you look down on other people, and people feel it. So this morning I had somebody reaching out to me on my Etsy shop, where I have my furs and my items. So I am by the way, those of you who know my Etsy shop, please stop sending personal messages. Okay, this is business. It's not. You can send a personal message on the email, but not on the Etsy shop. This is a violation of my trust to you. Okay, this is a violation. It's unprofessional. But anyway, the message was about the item. So I had this beautiful item, and the person reached out to me, and she's asking me, I was wondering, what is the least you would take for this item, for this, fur coat? And this question was so incredibly offensive to me, because I was thinking, why in the world I would ever want to take the least? Why in the world I would ever wanted to devalue my work, the time I put behind it, the things I had done to have this, to be a shop, an online shop owner? Why do you think that I'm doing all of this to get the least? This is so incredibly ignorant, and this is so, it just tells you volumes about the person. It tells you everything you need to know. What it told me is that this is not my customer, and I'm totally cool with that. I do not even want to talk. Sometimes I discuss deals with people, but when somebody reaching out to me to put me down before we even start talking, this conversation is not going to happen. And the same applies to when you meet people in the real life. It doesn't even matter, this video is about ladies, but this applies to everything. The person does not want to feel that they should discount it themselves. They should discount themselves, or you discounting them, so you hope they don't have that much of expectations for you to treat them well. And this way you can get a good deal. You can get a lady on clearance. But the woman with a healthy self-esteem, she will never go on so-called clearance rack. If Any woman, any person in general that have healthy self-esteem, uh, not going to be given in into that approach. So same thing happens when you are trying to approach a lady or a friend or anybody. When you travel with an attitude, or when you try to think, okay, so if these people make $300 a month, I can just, tell, hey, you want me because, my salary is, I make, you know soon I'm going to be a millionaire. So when you, or I make certain amount of money, ha ha ha, I can buy you all. This is slightly different aspect of what I was talking about, but it still have things in common. So that is not an attractive thing. When you trying to see um, how low the person would go down for you, you shooting yourself in the foot first, because the truth is you don't want to be with somebody who do not value them. There are very many people who are not the most beautiful, who are not the most of everything, but they have a happy life. They go on travels, they have good friends, they have good place to live. And they happy, they have peace inside of them, and they are, not on the pictures of the magazines, but they are very they feel good about themselves. And this is something that is an inner thing. You can inherit money from parents, from I don't know, win a lottery, but that inner peace, that inner confidence, knows that you're deserving of the best, knowing that you treat people well and you want to get same in return, knowing that you pursue a woman but you not chase her and you not becoming a doormat. There is a fine line between this, but it's a self-esteem test, and uh, sometimes it's just an area of life where you need to work. So if you have any strategy, and you try to approach Ukrainian women, let's say she is, really pretty or quite a bit younger, or just your dream woman, she is truly out of your league, you just feel it. But instead of trying to win her, you're trying to put her down, so you don't have to put as much effort, because you say, well, you're from Ukraine, you live in a small town, there is no opportunity. So yeah, you'll be happy. I had a guy who actually posted that, and I blocked him. He said that, oh, just go to a small village, they would be happy for a piece of bread and butter. So if you have this thing, instead of lifting yourself up, instead of going where you don't need to ask, you see the person's value. The person that wanted to buy something from me, they know that item is valuable, because if it's so regular and so unattractive, or is so low quality, why is that you so badly trying to get it? Men use often these techniques. I'm telling you that as a woman. They would tell you, oh, you have this imperfection, that imperfection, this thing. They find your, they find your weak spots by getting to know you, and then they tell you, they devalue you. So it's almost like it's a big favor if they would take you. If it's almost like it's a big favor if they invite you out, or if you accept their offer, or if they want a committed relationship with you. But this is, for me, this is, we talked about red flags. To me, that's also a major red flag, because if you feel, this is something, guys, listen attentively. If you feel that you are with a person that makes you feel smaller, that you get anxiety, and that you can't really be yourself, that is such a major red flag. I just want you to understand this, guys. It's such a major red flag. I've as all of us at least one time had somebody who, people think that they are very smart, that they, this like super smart person, because they really want you, but they have to, in order to get to you, they have to devalue you, and then maybe they give you a compliment. So it's kind of this game, back and forth. I devalue you, I put you down, you feel horrible, and then I give you a compliment, boom, I lift you up. Then I devalue you again, and then boom, I lift you up. And the person, the person that is a victim of this situation, they get very addicted to this kind of relationship, because it's basically like a drug. You feel like a drug, because you think that, oh my gosh. First, I have to say, first, in an interpersonal relationship, that person love bombing you. So you get in, you open your wings, you start to trust them, and they say, shoot you down. I want to tell you another example that happened to me. I think maybe about a year ago. There was somebody who wanted to talk with me in person. Really was in active relationship and wanted to talk with me in person. And I told him that yes, no problem, but I do charge money for my personal time and for my personal services. They are not free. Plus, I am pretty busy. So it's just how it is. I'm not asking you to take it. You absolutely don't have to order it. And I received a letter back saying that, oh my God, how can you say this? How can you charge for this? Are you crazy? You charging, you charging people money for your services? Are you insane? How dare you to do that? Says the person that out of all people want my help, and he mentions that he can't get it anywhere else because he had a unique situation, and it's my speciality. So one of the things that I really have good, I could be of help. So from one point, it's obvious that um, I am needed, and he had a very specific need. He was actually a very young guy, and he had an unusual situation. He was very young. He was like 19 or 20 years old, and he had a very serious situation. He was trying to build things, and he was just he tried to devalue me. So I say, oh yeah, I'm so sorry I'm doing this. Yeah, anytime. Why didn't you just call me? Why didn't you just call me anytime you want? I stay up all night. It doesn't matter that I have a family. It doesn't matter that I have people to take care of, that I run 2 or 3 businesses. I have my personal life. You know what? It's fine. Yes, I should be ashamed of myself. How can I ask people for something? Um, how can I ask for something in return? Because when you go to work, you obviously just go because you like your boss, right? Those of you who working for somebody or working in a company, aren't you just going to work because you think your boss is cute or nice or sweet person? The moment that sweet person stop paying you, other words, devalue you, you're out of that office, no matter how cute or sweet that person is, because you have certain set of skills and you perform in it. But just understanding that real true relationship, either it's business, interpersonal, romantic, it's about lifting each other up. If you try to approach somebody by putting them down, it's not going to work. If you're trying to you know how valuable they are, but you're afraid, okay, if I tell them, I will boost their ego. So I'm going to tell them, you're okay, you're not so bad, you're fine, like, I don't know, we don't need to go out, let's just stay home. um I don't want to dress up. I mean, it's not that special. Uh, it's your birthday. Well, you want something? Like all these kind of things, they are very very relevant. Please don't use these techniques to gain a friend, to gain a lady, to gain a service person of any kind, because the person who makes such an offer definitely shows that you don't mean anything. But then why are they all day in your DM? Like in my experience, this person was literally, I had to block this person because according to them, the service is not valuable, but yet I'm the only person who can do it. Same applies to the relationship. If you have the same situation, if your lady devalue you, what you bring to the table, if you take care of, if you spend time, if you invest time and uh, money and thought and planning in, and it's like a black hole, you put things in and it's just like, no matter how much you put, it's just all goes down. No matter what you put, what you do, is never enough, it's never good, and it's always devalued. If you brought her a gift, oh, that's ugly. If you took time to see her, she finds everything wrong with it, and she's not grateful, and she does not appreciate things. That's same thing. So I hope I give you an idea. I gave you a few real life examples, because that's what it is. It's not just a theory. Thank you guys so much for the comments. I see your comments, but I was trying to stay on the topic. I appreciate your uplifting chats and comments. Possibly we will talk about this again. I appreciate you being here, Rob, Lance, Bill. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Lance. Thank you so much. Yes. Oh, that is a yes, I'm very passionate about this. Thank you guys. I really appreciate your kind feedback. And the thing is, I don't force my services. The lady you are interested in is not forcing her to you. You are not forcing yourself to her. So here is this thing. If someone tell you you have very little value, but they still trying to get with you, there is something is wrong. The whole point, the big sign that you are in a good relationship, is that you feel uplifted. You might have a tiny house and broken car, and you can be sick, and you can feel uplifted. You can feel uplifted, or you can be uplifting. You might have a complete mess in your life, like literally you might not have a bed and sleep on the floor, but you're going through some changes, but you can still be an uplifting person. That's of course extreme, but that's what I'm trying to say. It's anytime somebody try to devalue you, remember that that's not what you're looking for. Just so you know. And if you approach somebody and you say, oh my god, she has ugly arms, or I don't like her hair, or she is too, okay, that's fine, but don't be in her DM all day. Just going back to some common sense. I love you all, guys. I'm going someplace exciting tonight, so that's why I'm so fast and dynamic today. But I wanted to tell you, it is said with passion. Once again, true connection, true friendship, good business, romantic relationship, family relationships are not coming from getting the person on clearance rack. So you have to do less for them. No. If that's real, you will be uplifting, and it's gonna multiply and just create a beautiful atmosphere. From Michigan with love. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate your comments so much today. Thank you. I am so glad to feel valuable to you, and you are certainly valuable to me. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna go have fun, and I will see you very soon.